On one hand, we have the younger generation, Millennials and Gen Z, who grew up with the internet, who grew up with data. In Gen Z's case, they've never known anything else. You know, they say the average age in the US is something like 10 to get a phone. And so you have all these people that have phones that are working with apps. They don't have another reality. Those of us who are a little older, not millennial or not Gen Z, we have this alternate reality that we can remember where we didn't have these things. So whenever we talk about data and privacy, especially when we talk about age or generation differences, it's really important to remember that for many of these younger people, they literally have no other reality. And so we can say, oh, well, we probably don't need that because once upon a time we didn't have it. Whereas for them to say, oh, you don't need that, it's kind of like saying you don't need water. It's just so much of a part of their life. And so whenever this topic comes up, I think my worry is that we as the people in power, we as the leaders who are older, who remember this time of yore, that we will make a decision that actually will adversely affect these young people. And so I think it's really important, and I say this very carefully, I don't have an answer for whether the data and privacy situations that we're in are good or bad, but I do know that we have to make sure that whatever answer we have, we include the people who are being affected by them the most. One of the biggest changes that I would like to see in technology is the addition of ethics. And I say that, and it sounds like there's just been no ethics at all in tech. I don't think that's the case. I just think we don't have a holistic approach to how do ethics relate to technology. For instance, in a startup, you might have some engineers that have a very good idea of what is ethically correct, but they don't have the leadership to support it. Or you might have the leadership to do it, but then your engineers are kind of autonomous and on their own to do it. You need some holistic view on how ethics are involved in startups. And I think the best way is to make sure that computer science programs, that business programs have a very healthy amount of ethics in it. I also think it's very important to have like a chief ethics officer. Some way where you have a loop. At the top you have some ethics program, at the bottom you have an ethics program. The workers can make a decision that say this does not seem ethical, and at the top you can make a decision that says this does not seem ethical. The results will be the same. At least we have kind of an idea that there is a thought about it. I do think there is a big opportunity to adopt the Hippocratic Oath for technology. I think that it's contrary to many companies' operating principles, but I do think it's important.